Hello everyone, my name is Taylor.
And I am Ray.
And we're doing 2 weeks in a row, yes.
Yeah, we're back, baby. Success. By whatever metric.
Well, we could be doing worse.
We could be. Our channel could be deleted. I have got a really interesting thing to say about YouTube, and even discussing it might actually get our channel deleted.
Is this something we should be discussing?
Oh no, it is so stupid, you won't believe. Okay, so it turns out that a bunch of channels got deleted from YouTube for using the words New Lunar in their YouTube titles or descriptions.
New Lunar.
What kind of stupid-ass criteria is that, yes?
Well, it turns out that the phrase New Lunar was being used to apply to pornographic videos on YouTube. They were being stealthily uploaded under that title. So YouTube's bot went around looking for every video with New Lunar in the title and the description, and then just nailed those channels. Deleted them, banned them from making new channels.
Like, every channel? Isn't the new lunar phase of the moon a thing?
Oh yeah, no, they got tons of channels. It turns out that there's like an Overwatch thing, the New Lunar Overwatch event, and then there's like Terraria, New Lunar items and bosses in Terraria, and of course there's the New Lunar Republic and the My Little Pony fandom. Guess how I found out about this?
You pony nerd, yes.
Alright, there's more to this, but we gotta wait, because we got a cutscene coming up. But anyway, it's kind of interesting how they handle everything. It's terrible.
Kain found more murals painted on the walls, yes. He began to wonder if the ancient vampires even had a written language. In this, they depicted themselves abducting children and turning them into vampires. Why they felt the need to chronicle this for future generations who would surely find it aberrant, Kain was not sure, yes. Additionally, they had painted Mobius and Mortanius killing all the ancient vampires. It wasn't even the artist's rendition or anything, just Mobius and Mortanius being themselves, killing everyone, yes. Kain would have at least painted the snakes around Mobius, yes.
Okay, so this new lunar thing.
Right, alright, so the New Lunar thing. So anyway, if you got caught with the name New Lunar in one of your videos, then it was an instant ban. There's no appeals process, no nothing. You're just gone. Like one strike and you're out. So people started reporting this. They went to the YouTube product pages and on their Reddit and everything else, and they said, hey, what gives? So a YouTube rep comes in and she's like, oh, alright, well I'm gonna escalate this problem, let everybody know what's going on. To which everyone says, oh good, thanks, alright, someone's on it. So later she comes back and she goes, yeah, it turns out there's a problem. Anyway, if your channel got deleted, then just appeal. And so people were like, oh man, but the appeal got auto-rejected. And it says I can't appeal again. So the lady goes, yeah, if that happened, then just appeal again in like 4 weeks.
That's a whole month.
I know, right? Can you imagine going a whole month without uploading anything?
No, Ray, I cannot imagine being that irresponsible, yes.
Okay, well, for a lot of YouTubers, that's like, basically you're dead to your fans, especially if you had a big channel. Anyway, though, the lady just goes, yeah, you know, like 4 weeks, you can apply again, and maybe they'll accept your appeal.
To which I assume everyone was furious.
Yeah, obviously.
But it didn't matter, yes.
You know YouTube. No, they didn't even try to hide the fact that maybe they weren't gonna tackle it. Man, it boggles the mind that this company can just be so bold about that kind of stuff.
This door required a key, yes. Preferably in the shape of a spear.
I love how anticlimactically that stone bursts off of that thing. Reminds me of pouring cereal into a ceramic bowl.
It's like a big bulky kind of cereal, like, Frosted Mini Wheats.
Please, Ray, adults don't have frosted mini wheats, they get the non-frosted kind.
Psh, shows what you know, adults can get whatever they want. And anyway, speaking of doing whatever you want, so this whole YouTube thing though, I got to thinking about how there's only one other company that's given so much lip and crap to their users, and it was my ISP. I remember once I was having problems with my internet connection, so I called a technician and it was like, I was getting no connectivity. He checked it out and it was like less than a megabyte of download speed. So he calls his boss and he's like, yeah, I don't know, I've looked at everything and I can't figure out what to do. And you know what his boss says? His boss says, that customer does know that we don't guarantee service, right?
Jesus, they said that to you?
Yes! They told me that they don't guarantee internet service.
I remember you telling me about this, yes.
Yeah, you were at work.
Also, I wanted to say that when you buy the mini wheats, you do buy the non-frosted, yes, but then you put the sugar on them.
Psh, whatever, the frosted kind has exactly the right amount. But yeah, so I think that the problem actually did get resolved, and sooner or later they turned around. But it's like the same thing as with my ISP. I was lucky. This technician, he looked at me and he goes, okay, look, I know that I was just instructed to tell you that we don't guarantee internet service, but I'm gonna get you internet service. And he eventually figured it out. It turned out that it was something really uncommon that was going wrong. But this whole YouTube thing, like, man, They are on the level of an internet service provider in terms of how bad they are with handling people.
Well, you know what that probably means, right? That means that the employees are probably going through just as much gaffed and red tape as all the users are.
Probably, but it doesn't excuse the callousness. This lady, like, people were like, oh man, it feels like my account's being held hostage. And the lady goes, look, you can't be held hostage if you don't own anything. And since we deleted your channel, you don't have anything.
Ice cold, lady.
Total bitch.
That woman should be a murderer for hire, yes.
I mean, she lied. She just, like, straight up lied to people. She goes, no, listen, your appeals were probably reviewed by at least 2 people, so if you got rejected, then just deal with it. But the people who got rejected were rejected within, like, a minute of sending in their appeal. Obviously by a bot. You couldn't even hide it.
Like I say, she's probably so used to seeing people getting screwed by YouTube that at this point, she can't even try to care. It is what it is. Everyone's gotta die someday. So sad, too bad, move along.
Man, can you imagine being her? Like, people were so excited to be a part of Google back in the day, 10 years ago. You know, they had that slogan, don't be evil, and everyone believed in it.
And today, if you work for YouTube, you may as well be part of Comcast.
Is corporation just destined to be evil? Is there no other way?
No one out of the country knows who Comcast is, Taylor, yes.
Would they really not? Comcast is really famous.
They're our country's most hated internet provider. Or actually, most hated company, period. Anyway, I think the evil with corporation is just a matter of scale. I mean, you get big enough that you're handling thousands, maybe millions of people, so you make a system that's kinda one-size-fits-all, but everyone has their individual needs. So, of course, you're gonna have thousands of people falling through the cracks and just having to deal with it. That leads to callousness because you process so many claims and so many upset people, and then you're evil.
Okay, I really like the whole cyberpunk idea that all corporations are terrible, but I think it actually has to do more with monopolies and oligopolies. Because starting off, when those companies are trying to corner the market, they're really great. They offer stuff that people want, good services, everybody loves them. But then once they nail it all down, they just become awful.
Well, I mean, I guess, who are you gonna go to? If you don't like YouTube, what are you gonna do, Vimeo?
Well, no, of course not, because Vimeo doesn't have the same user base, and it's all about numbers. But you know what, this is another thing. I don't think that YouTube is actually a media company. They don't seem to care what is on their platform as long as they're selling ads. YouTube is an ad company.
As far as you're concerned, who cares about that distinction, yes.
Well, I'm not just being cute and classifying everything. Like, if you think about what gets big, they're just trying to run videos that show as many ads as possible. YouTube is just a means of showing ads. It's all they care about.
Again, who cares? Yes. Just because you acknowledge this doesn't mean anything is different.
Well, no, it does, because that means there's 2 perspectives. There's either one, that you're just using them to upload video, and you're a media company, which means you shouldn't worry about anything YouTube is doing because they have no interest in your business whatsoever. Or 2, you're in the business of facilitating ads for YouTube, in which case your objective should be to just run as many ads as you can to make YouTube as much money as possible.
Well, it's a little cynical to say there's no overlap there.
Well, you know, maybe. If you're lucky, yes, there's overlap. But in a lot of cases, though, those weird kid channels and all those other channels that you think shouldn't be big, they are actually more partnered with YouTube than, say, we would be.
Because they facilitate ads better than you do.
Well, because we're trying to make content that people want to watch, you know, which takes a little while. We have to think about it.
Okay, but television has been a facilitator of ads for a long time, and they don't purposefully produce the worst kind of content.
Yeah, but that's because they have like 20 shows that they have to choose from, right? They're not going like, oh, here's 1 million channels, let's, I don't know, try to push this off on advertisers.
Well, okay, so if you told YouTube to choose just 20 YouTube channels, and say, this represents the best we have, they could do that.
No.
Why?
No, because it's like, you know, their best YouTubers are PewDiePie or Markiplier or whatever, and that's fine, but those guys are like...
Millions of viewers every day.
No, car radio type stuff, you know? That's the kind of advertising they would get, is car radio.
How much is children worth to advertisers? Yes. Because aren't lots of kids on YouTube? That's mainly the thing, yes?
Well, I don't know about that, but not deflecting. Do you guys feel guilty at all for the fact that we haven't even talked about this game for 10 minutes during the Let's Play?
Well, I don't know. Let's see. Commentary. Well, we're in a temple again. What do you guys think about that? I feel like it's a pretty holy location. I could totally pray to some gods here.
Oh yes, I would pray to the great hourglass. Yes.
Yeah, same as every other temple. Exact same floor planner, every temple.
Alright, well, like I said, I didn't mean to divert, just wondering if we wanted to comment on this.
Commentary achieved. Alternately, maybe this isn't a temple, maybe this is also a mausoleum.
We do know those guys were buried down here, yes.
Yeah, see? you mind-boggling there.
Okay, alright, so going back to this thing with YouTube. So, we look at them as a facilitator of ads, but not like television. What do you think it would take to get them to actually make content that was in some way competitive with television?
I don't think they could. I think they've gotten so far away from the trajectory of, like, high-investment content that they would have a really hard time going back.
So independent film, independent animation, just dead on the internet.
No, I just think that you have to think of them as separate businesses now. YouTube is one business, high-content entertainment is another business. They're not really friendly, but you can use YouTube to publish your stuff.
Okay, but YouTube is a monopoly, which means they can do anything they want on a knee-jerk reaction. They just get emotional and they say, you know what, we gotta bring back high-investment entertainment.
I don't know if they can do anything they want, though, because they're not profitable yet. For all the money they make, they're not really overcoming their operational costs.
Right, well, because the ad revenue is basically worthless.
Yeah, because they're running nothing but trash.
Yeah, but they're trying to convince advertisers that they're not full of trash right now, so what if they went to not having trash?
Well, previously advertisers weren't really paying attention to what was on YouTube. I mean, they were shocked to find that Finger Family whatever is like some of the top content.
Yeah, but they're paying attention now. That's the whole purpose of this adpocalypse thing. Think this might be a turning point?
You know, I don't know. That's kind of optimistic. Maybe?
Well, you know who's gonna be most upset about that, yes? The people who are currently doing well on YouTube.
Yeah, I guess it would be a bit of a stink.
See, this is what I say. It's a matter of scale. Everyone has their special needs. You make one size fits all. If you make any changes, someone falls through the cracks.
Well, you know, I've been reading already that gaming is going down in viewership quite a lot.
Yeah, but it's all just speculation, isn't it?
Yeah, everything is speculation on YouTube, but a lot of times when people notice that the bottom is dropping out, the bottom is usually dropping out.
That's because everything is dropping out on YouTube.
Yes, see, exactly, bang. If you just assume it's all going downhill, you can never be wrong.
Except for when you are wrong, yes. But then you still get to feel like crap anyways.
Yeah, see, no matter what, you can guarantee you have the emotion you intended to have.
And then you were right about something, so you win, in a way.
Yes, in a sick, twisted, sad way.
You know what, we ought to talk about business besides YouTube. Something upbeat. What's going well these days?
I hear being born rich is really good.
Oh, yeah. No, I hear that's doing great.
Yeah, getting better every day, man. Like, gotta get into that.
No, I don't know. I heard that the Saudi and Arabians are taking people down now, yes.
Oh yeah, I did read about that. Alright, well, being born rich in some places and some of the time is just doing fantastic.
See, this is why you gotta get a good accountant so that you know that you're born rich in the right place.
Yeah, you don't want to get born in like a volatile richness. That would just be terrible. Oh, you know what though? Speaking of rich, did you know there's this place in Dubai that has like 6 stars or some kind of crazy rating that only this place has?
6 stars, you say?
Yeah, 6 stars.
So is this like a pet store, or?
Oh, right. Context. Yes, it's a hotel.
Ah,
Aww,
there we go.
I was really hoping for the 6-star pet store.
Well, no. I mean, that would be amazing, but no. So, I actually don't know these numbers, if these are correct. I'm just kind of pulling them off the top of my head, but I think you have to pay like $10,000 to go to this place. And if that's not true, just imagine this amazing, mythical place in Dubai that costs too much money.
That sounds like all of Dubai, from what I hear.
No, but this place has unicorns, yes!
Yeah. Taylor, see? Because it's a mythical place that costs $10,000 to stay a night.
What do they do with the unicorns? Do they hold your towels?
Oh yeah, no, and that's just for starters. When you're ready to leave the hotel, they call the real Lightning McQueen, Disney's Lightning McQueen, that talking car from Cars. He comes and he picks you up and he takes you to wherever you're going.
I assume that they're licensed with Disney.
No, that's the beauty of it. Mickey Mouse lives in the attic, and so if you bring your kids, he comes down just before bed and he takes them on an adventure so they're all tuckered out and they go right to sleep. Disney's lawyers are so afraid of what would happen if they confronted the real Mickey Mouse that they don't even go to that hotel.
The real Mickey is just such a nice guy, he might declare himself in the public domain, yes.
Yeah, and if he did that, you know, like Disney would have to sue him, and it would be this big legal battle. It would just be terrible PR for Disney, so they don't do it. You can do anything at this hotel, except save money.
Well, what about finding leprechaun gold? Because then you'd make money, right?
Well, you know, you can find leprechaun gold, like it's laying around everywhere. But the hotel takes it away before you leave.
Same for winning the lottery, yes. You are guaranteed to win the lottery when you stay there. but the hotel takes it all.
Yeah. Most people don't worry about the whole money thing when they go there.
But it's only $10,000, right? For one day, you get to meet the real Mickey Mouse for $10,000?
Yeah, but the trouble is you also have to be born rich and know the secret born rich handshake that everyone is born knowing when you're rich.
Yeah, Taylor, you wouldn't know it, yes.
Yeah, if you try it, then you burst into flames.
No one can teach it to you.
Okay, how rich is born rich? How much money did I need to be born with?
Well, obviously, you would know the handshake if you were born that rich. If you don't know the handshake, you're not rich enough. Only certain people know.
Okay, but what if that's a lie, propagated by rich people, and this is like an education barrier?
Oh, well, that would just be rude. That would just be terribly rude.
I would file the complaint if that were true, yes. But thankfully it's not.
Yeah, thankfully we know that for sure. That secret handshake for the born rich people is real.
How do you know? You've never seen it.
No, they did a documentary on HBO. I'm surprised you didn't see it. Anyway, here looks like a good place to stop for now. Thanks for joining us, everybody.
Yeah, thanks for dealing with our crap, I guess.
Yes. Thank you for that. As always, if you really like our stuff, support us on Patreon. It's how we survive. Otherwise, I guess you guys have a great day.